Welcome to Seneca TV, your introduction to the studio production course. Hi, I'm your host, whose name doesn't matter, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm Michael Manone. I'm currently a Seneca student just finishing my second semester, and I'm here to tell you about what you can expect in this course. The Seneca TV program is one of the best in the province. In your time here, you will learn the techniques of cinematography, editing, audio, graphics, writing, production planning, and multi-camera live TV production. We'll let the other courses hype up their individual benefits, but I'm here to tell you about the studio production class, which, let's face it, is probably the most fun you'll have in college. You'll go from not having a clue on how any of this works to being able to work on any multi-camera production in any positions of its staff. So first, a look at our studio. This is our small studio. In second and first semester, you'll learn the basics of production here. As you can see, there are 3 cameras in the studio, 2 of which you can see here, and 1 shooting the shot you're looking at. Notice the studio crew is wearing headsets. That's because the studio is getting their instructions from inside the control room, and we use an intercom system to communicate between the 2 rooms. The director sits in the control room calling the shots, and everyone in the production has a function in bringing that director's vision to the screen. One of the best things about Seneca TV program is the teachers, and that's especially true in this course. We're lucky to have 3 experienced pros. There's Greg Davis. Greg worked on all kinds of TV shows and in a lot of roles. Greg's been teaching here most of the century and does an amazing job of teaching you the basics. Then there's Brooke Jacobs. Brooke has been working in the industry since the early 90s, starting as a camera operator, then a graphics operator, then many years as a switcher/technical director, and is now a director/switcher. Brooke's been teaching a long time too, and his technical knowledge is awesome. Then there's Bob Sorger. Bob started directing live TV news at the age of 27 and went on to do kids shows, comedy shows, game shows, and much more. Bob's not as technically savvy as Greg and Brooke, but he offers a director's insight and tries to make it fun. Now, about the kind of productions we do here, but first, let me tell you that this program is brought to you by Spam. Not because they're a paid advertiser, but because you may make a commercial for Spam in this class. 30-second commercials aren't produced this way anymore, probably not since the 1980s, but it's a great way to get baby steps in here towards bigger and more complex productions and sets the groundwork for future learning. Here's an example of one of the first productions you'll do in this class, Pepto-Bismol Cowboy.
Howdy. When I get a big bout of indigestion, I order me a big bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Yes, sirree, Bob, I just crack the top and dump her back. Coats my stomach, no gas, no nothing. Think pink. That's what my mama used to say. If I think pink, I'm gonna get Pepto-Bismol or insulation. So I ain't gonna lose either way, am I? My house is gonna be warm and my stomach is gonna be settled.
For a big, warm, and wonderful feeling, get yourself some Pepto-Bismol.
Now, you may think that's bad. Well, wait till you try it. One of the first things we find out as TV students, we're not actors, but we all get to be directors, switchers, camera operators, and everything else. We also produce talk shows that we create on whatever the hell subject you want, like this one.
Welcome back to Best Foot Forward, the show about sensible footwear. Over the last few years, there's been little change in technology of running shoes, but my guest today wants to change all that. Joining me now is Jennifer Shaw, an inventor whose innovations in shoe design could turn the industry upside down. Welcome, Jennifer.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. This is my favorite show.
Thank you. So, what is the innovation that makes it such a huge step forward?
Oh, a step forward. I see what you did there. Well, as you said, there hasn't been anything new in the technology of running shoes for years, except for designs and looks. I wanted to create a running shoe that would enhance the running experience, help make the runner faster. So what we've done is we've put graphite springs in the soles.
And how does that help make the runner faster?
Oh, well, the springs give more bounce, allowing the runner's feet to get off the ground quicker. And graphite is one of the strongest materials in the world, so it helps to absorb the shock on the legs and feet and knees and hips and back.
Okay, that is enough of that. One of the great things is learning the switcher in graphics and being able to add a name to the lower third of the screen, then adding an over-the-shoulder graphic. Then how to clear that name, and then that graphic. That may look like no big deal, but the guy switching right now had to rehearse it a dozen times. It makes sometimes mistakes and cutting to the wrong camera, which can happen for so many different reasons and can look ridiculous. But that's okay, because as Bob says about this class, we fuck up till we don't. And it's true. It's really cool when everyone starts getting it and you start to see how your 10th production is so much smoother than your first few. The last and best thing about this class is there's no homework or essays. It's all based on what you do here in the studio and control room. When you get to third and fourth semester, you'll work in a bigger studio and control room and make bigger, better TV. Multi-camera studio production will be the funnest class you have. And if you're watching this right now, your professor probably made you watch this, so thank you for watching it anyway. Enjoy the class. Have fun.